This is how you play Kompa and Calypso. I believe these are Latin rhythms, but I'm not exactly sure. It could be a mixture of Afro and Latin. So Kompa is gonna be like this. Your kick is gonna be on all the quarter notes, right? It's a 4/4 rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're gonna play 8 notes on the hi-hat, right? The snare is gonna be on 1, the A of 1, and of 2, 3, then A of 3, and end of 4. So 1, A of 1, end of 2, 3, A of 3, end of 4. So 1 E and A, 2 E and A, 3 E and A, 4 E and A, 1 E and A, 2 E and A, 3 E and A, 4 E and A, right? That's how the snare goes, right? You can also do cross sticking, right? I'm using the electronic drum, so it doesn't sound exactly like this, but that's basically what it would sound like, right? Something like that. That's Kompa. You can add the hi-hat, you can add the ride cymbal, but the most important thing is the snare and the kick, right? Okay, so Calypso, you can basically also do the same thing with the hi-hat, but this time you'll be using 2 hands. You can use 2 hands, or you can do just the first 3 notes of each quarter note measure, right? So you can do 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and then you accent the ends. That's with the right hand, right? So you accent the ends and everything else will be like a ghost note. And then the first snare note is gonna be on the A of 1. So 1 E and that's the first note, and that's gonna be an accent. That's the first snare note. And the second snare note is gonna be on the end of 2. So 1 E and 2 E. Then the third is gonna be the same thing, but on the 3 now. It's gonna be on the A of 3. That's the third snare note, and then the fourth snare note is gonna be on the end of 4. So 1 E and 2 E, 3 and 4 E. So 1 E and 3 and 4 E, 1 E and 2 E and 3 and 4 E. So it's gonna be 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and so. You get the point. Kick is gonna be on each quarter. So another way you can play is by playing singles on the hi-hat, and then you substitute the hi-hat for the snare drum whenever the timing that is required for the snare drum comes up. So remember, it's gonna be the A of 1, the end of 2, the A of 3, and the end of 4 that you play the snare drums. That's another way you can play Calypso. So when Calypso, it's slowed down. Usually if it's slowed down to this measure or lower speed, it's probably gonna be called Soca. But when it's sped up, it's called Calypso. So that's usually how Calypso will sound. But Soca, which is like a dance rhythm, is gonna be slower. So it's gonna... So that's 3 in 1. Calypso, Kompa, and Soca.